guys! Ah. I don't know. Hi, guys. I'm Celeste. Wow, why does my voice sound like that? That was so sad. I was like, ah. Like, why does it sound, like, bad? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know if I like my voice or not. It's fine. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know if I do. But it's fine. It's the voice I have. So, you know what? I don't know if everybody knows or understands, like, how the shadow... Like, I feel like... Might sound stupid, but but it also might sound magical. I feel like artists have a shadow where... Not in like a, oh, they're not integrating their shadow way as much. I mean, maybe it shows up there, but what I mean is that I don't know of other examples, but for example, Sabrina Carpenter had a song called Alien way back when she was stuck in her contract with the record label, which she said basically she didn't get to choose, like she didn't get to write her own songs or something, and she didn't get to choose what she was putting out, right? It was like a long contract, like multiple albums. That all the way back then she had a song called Alien, which apparently I'm assuming somebody else wrote that for her. Now, more recently, after escaping that contract, she had the whole scandal with Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, where she was dating Shawn Mendes and then, or she thought she was, but apparently he thought it was just like a one-night thing or something, like a short little fling, right? So Shawn Mendes thought it was like temporary, but didn't tell Sabrina Carpenter that it was temporary, so she thought they were just like seriously dating each other. So then he like runs away to Camila Cabello, who I think might be his twin flame, but who knows what they have going on. Anyway, then Sabrina Carpenter, basically when she comes out with like her new music after that, she has a little stage performance. She has the Taste song where like she sang to Camila Cabello like he was just here, like you'll taste me too, kind of like being kind of like flirty with like both of them, but also like why did he leave out of nowhere and not say anything, right? So then she has like a stage performance where she like kisses a girl who's an alien. Sabrina Carpenter does, kind of saying like, I think Camila Cabello is like an alien, like an extraterrestrial, but it was also kind of weird for her to do, considering that Camila Cabello like is an immigrant who was born somewhere else but is now, I think, like a citizen, or she's like legally allowed to be here. I think she's a citizen, but what I'm saying is like that part I thought was a little bit shady. Like you can think she's an extraterrestrial all you want, but also what do you mean you're gonna like also make that weird at the same time? But I think she just meant it as like a flirty thing, but it also was kind of, I thought it was kind of weird with the whole climate out there. I thought it was weird, but this was also like, I don't know, maybe like a couple years ago or a year ago. I don't know when this happened, but yeah. But like 7 or 8 years ago, she had that song called Alien. Oh, and also she, after this happened, like accused Shawn Mendes of being like gay or bisexual or like in the closet about something like LGBTQ. She thought he was like in the closet. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but that's like what she believed. So in the song Alien from like 7 or 8 years ago that I'm assuming somebody wrote for her, she said like, this feeling's so alien, like you have to tell me if you're serious about me, if you love me, let me see all of your colors. I was like, what? Like, did you just say you thought somebody in the future was gay, but there was an alien involved? But like, and they're not going to tell you if they love you or not, like, but somebody else wrote that for you and didn't even know. So I think that it is true that like all of your future soul contracts, if you're like an artist, are already around you and that other people can see those. But the problem is, if you're in the wrong contract with like a record label that wants to misuse you in some way, they can see those contracts, but like it doesn't belong to them, so they're trying to like siphon the energy still. Like the future like soul contract that you have that is only meant to be yours, but then you don't get like the level of success that you're supposed to unless you like break free from that label. But those other people can still see it on you, so then they're trying to like be like, let's see, I see something about an alien. Like, I see something about somebody who might be gay, but they might love you. Like, we're gonna write that down. Okay, here's your next song. We're gonna try to, like, siphon that success when you go, like, mega viral out there. Someday. But, like, we're gonna try to make it happen sooner so, like, we own it. And so we're the ones who make the money on it. But I think that people have to be careful because, like, that energy is still around them, even though they haven't done it yet. Even though they haven't, like, had their, like, the biggest, like, she's already famous, but like when you have like your big break, I guess, like when you reach the level that like you were always going to, I guess, like for you personally, but you might have been referring to the same concepts and reusing the same things for a long time, but you don't know, and then like eventually you have to, but then that's when you're like successful. It's weird. It's weird. So I think that the artist, like the shadow of the artist, it's just a part of them they can't see, but it's like other people can see it. That's kind of all I really got, guys. But like, also, I don't know, I just think they're like, depending on how much energy they have, there can be other like hints along the way, like, oh, like what's your biggest song gonna be someday, or like what's your biggest like art piece someday. Like it'll probably be something that you didn't know that you were referring to your whole life, like oh, like this imagery is like in my mind for no reason again, and like I thought I already used it for something, but like I didn't use it for like the big thing that someday I'm supposed to use it for, like that kind of thing. So it keeps coming back because it's like you haven't done it yet, and it's, you can't even do it until you are in the right place in life, but like you're kind of always supposed to know about it. That's what I think. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye.